Sporting Clube de Portugal have now officially confirmed that Arsenal Football Club have agreed a deal worth €63.5 million for the transfer of Swedish striker Viktor Gyökeres, a deal that has been brewing behind the scenes for weeks and is now on the verge of full completion. The source? None other than the incredibly reliable David Ornstein. And when Ornstein speaks, you know it's not a rumor, it's a reality. Before we get into the full breakdown of this massive deal, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you haven't already. Here on Gunners Live TV Hub, we bring you the most passionate, up-to-date, and in-depth Arsenal transfer stories and match coverage. If you're a real Gooner, this is the place for you. Now, let's make no mistake here, this is monumental. This is not just a big money signing. This is a power move, a signal to the rest of the Premier League and to all of Europe that Arsenal are no longer interested in simply challenging. They're building to dominate. The capture of Viktor Gyökeres, at this price and at this stage of the project, represents a turning point in the Arteta-Edu era. This is Arsenal going all in, on ambition, on vision, on intent. Now let's talk numbers and context. The €63.5 million fee, around £54 million, makes Gyökeres one of the most expensive signings in Arsenal history, just behind the record-breaking deals for Declan Rice and Nicolas Pepe. But unlike previous expensive flops, this signing feels calculated, precise, and deeply aligned with Arteta's footballing philosophy. He's not just a striker who scores goals, he's a striker who leads presses, who brings teammates into play, who works tirelessly off the ball, and who creates space and chaos in the final third. In other words, the modern striker Arsenal have been crying out for. And if you've been following his rise in Portugal, you'll understand why the club pushed so hard. Gyökeres didn't just have a good season, he had a historic one. With 43 goal contributions in just over 50 games for Sporting, including standout performances in Europe, he emerged as one of the most lethal attacking forces in European football. His blend of physical dominance, tactical intelligence, and technical precision makes him a complete number 9, a rare profile that perfectly complements Arsenal's dynamic attack built around Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Havertz. But what truly sets this story apart isn't just the talent or the numbers. It's the narrative. Viktor Gyökeres chose Arsenal. Despite significant interest from other top European clubs, despite eye-watering financial offers from Saudi Pro League sides, the Swedish striker was clear, his heart was set on Arsenal Football Club. Sources say his camp communicated this to both Sporting and Arsenal weeks ago. This wasn't just a financial deal, it was a footballing decision. He wants to compete at the highest level. He wants to play Champions League football. He wants to work under Mikel Arteta. And most importantly, he wants to wear the famous red and white in front of 60,000 roaring fans at the Emirates Stadium.
What Gyökeres brings, Arsenal's new era begins. That level of commitment matters. It matters to the club, it matters to the fans, and it sets the tone for what this dressing room will look like in the coming season. Arsenal are not just signing footballers, they're signing believers. Players who buy into the process, the badge, the culture, and the vision that's been slowly and carefully rebuilt over the past 4 years. Let's take a moment to appreciate the structure of this deal. According to reports, Arsenal had been quietly negotiating with Sporting for weeks, using intermediaries and legal advisors to navigate a complicated release clause and payment structure. Sporting were reluctant to sell, knowing the value Gyökeres brought not just on the pitch, but commercially and symbolically. But once the player made his intentions clear, talks accelerated. Edu and the Arsenal board acted swiftly, and now, everything is in place. Personal terms are fully agreed, the player is prepared for his medical, and club media is already preparing the announcement content for what will undoubtedly be one of the most anticipated unveilings in recent club history. We're expecting Gyökeres to fly to London in the coming hours, undergo his final medical assessments at London Coney, and be unveiled as Arsenal's new number 9 before the club heads into the final stretch of pre-season. And once that happens, he'll immediately integrate into Arteta's training system, learning the shape, the patterns, the responsibilities, and the discipline that come with leading the line for one of Europe's biggest clubs. What does this mean for Arsenal moving forward? It means everything. For seasons, we've seen flashes of brilliance but often lacked a clinical edge. That ruthless presence in the box, that target man who could hold the ball up when needed, stretch defenses, and bully centre-backs when the game demanded it. We've seen Arsenal dominate possession, control matches, and still struggle to convert pressure into goals. Viktor Gyökeres is here to change that. He's not just here to play football, he's here to win. This move also gives Arteta flexibility. With Gyökeres as a pure number 9, the likes of Kai Havertz can now be used in a more hybrid midfield role. Trossard, Jesus, and Nketiah will bring rotation and depth, but Gyökeres is expected to be the focal point, the man who leads the line, week in, week out, across 4 competitions. And finally, to the fans, this signing is for you. For every supporter who endured the dark days post-Wenger. For every fan who stood by the team during the rebuild. For everyone who believed in the vision, even when results didn't come. The arrival of Viktor Gyökeres is a direct result of that belief. Arsenal are no longer rebuilding. They are ready. So buckle up. The Premier League has been warned. Europe is on alert. And Gooners across the globe have every reason to dream big. Viktor Gyökeres is coming to Arsenal Football Club. The deal is agreed. The move is happening. And the new era is well and truly underway. This is Gunners Live TV Hub, and we'll be with you every step of the way as the Gyökeres era begins. If you're loving this coverage and want more exclusive Arsenal transfer news, tactical breakdowns, and match reactions, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and tap the bell so you never miss an update. Arsenal have landed their man. And we're just getting started.